This 13-year-old boy came to the NBA arena for the first time, and suddenly he wanted to play a one-on-one game with the Cavaliers star. At first, the audience couldn't help but think that this little boy, who was only 5 feet 3 inches, would be brutalized by his opponent. The staff even set up a camera in advance to record his embarrassing moment. Before the game started, the host even told the star not to embarrass the kid by letting him shoot twice. The star then asked the boy if he was ready, and Kevin said he had to tie his shoes first. Tracy threw the ball to Kevin and put his hand on his forehead to provoke him. But the next moment, Kevin stepped over Tracy and scored. Although Tracy was careless and Kevin scored a goal, Tracy still did not care about it. He was sure that the boy in front of him was just lucky, and said to his face, "You can't get past me with that kind of dribbling." Then Kevin suddenly made a crossover step, levitated back and scored directly in front of Tracy. Now Tracy's face was completely embarrassed. He angrily ripped off his jacket, ready to let the kid in front of him to see what is the NBA level of defense. Kevin decided not to hold back his strength. He kept dribbling and mobilized Tracy. Then the next second he threw the ball and hit the boards. Kevin flew up in the air and dunked the ball directly into the air. Tracy and the crowd were stunned, and then the scene erupted in thunderous applause. Everyone never thought that this little boy could actually shut down the Cavaliers' leading scorer. But in fact, only Kevin himself knows that it all started with a pair of sneakers on his feet. Originally, he was just an ordinary kid in an orphanage whose favorite thing to do every day was to go out and play ball with his buddies. However, his rival was always looking for trouble and often used his jersey as a wager to fight with him. But when his rival won, he tore off his jersey in front of Kevin. For the sake of life, Kevin chose to tolerate the situation, thinking that sooner or later he would be adopted by a family like the Harmonious families in front of the TV, and then he would have at least 5 new jerseys. However, the reality is often more difficult to make ends meet, and at night he and his friends went out to sell candy. At first, no one on the street wanted to pay attention to them, but unexpectedly, Kevin ran into the head coach of the Cavaliers. He rushed forward to discuss with the coach about the team's formation, telling him how to arrange the players on the field so as not to lose the game. The coach was instantly interested, so he gave him a couple of tickets for the Cavaliers home game on Sunday and told him to pick them up at the reservation window. The next day Kevin was excited to share with his friends when the nuns at the orphanage suddenly came over and brought out some donated goods, including a pair of worn-out sneakers that caught Kevin's attention. Kevin asked the nun where the shoes came from, and she didn't know at first, but she heard someone say they were worn by a tall, bald basketball player when he was a kid. Kevin was a little excited and began to look for something special about the shoes, but to his surprise, he found Jordan's initials. When his rival heard about it, he immediately ran over to grab it, but when he got it, he threw it to a pole in disgust. Kevin was devastated, so he had a bold idea.